Keith, how you
Yeah,
doing?
good. How are you?
I don't know. Should I call you Keith from Kulick or Keith from uh Take the Name or Keith from Pine Creek Academy?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to start coming up with like nicknames and stuff.
You should do that.
Different characters. Yeah.
We should do that. Well, let's go with Pine Creek Academy.
Yes.
It's your new band. You've been on the show before for Take the Name. I
Mhm.
should have looked this up to see what episode that was, so anyone listening or watching can go check that out. But just search the Popko project and you can find the interview with Take the Name. But Keith is part of a new group, newish group, right?
Yeah, brand new.
How long you guys been around for?
We just started this year, so 6 months, around
That's
six
it.
months.
I feel like it's been longer than that.
No, that's it. I was teasing some things for like a year or so, but like officially making socials and releasing music, it's brand new.
Cool. Well,
2023.
thanks for joining me. I appreciate
Thanks for
your
having me.
time. Always a pleasure talking to you. I said earlier, I'm excited because I've never had a chance to talk to you and you alone. It's always been with either you and Kulik or you with Take the Name, and now I have you solo as part of
Yeah.
Pine Creek Academy, which is a pop punk alt rock band from Pennsylvania. Um, and it's great stuff, man. It's like that, like I want to say that early to mid 2000s ish like vibe to it.
Yeah, that's what we're starting to get, which I'm cool with that. So
I
I'll
love
take
it. That's like
that.
I was pumped.
Yeah.
So are you like bored? I mean, or is this just a way because I guess all your projects are kind of different in their own
Yeah.
way.
So, I mean, I think this is like somewhat of an in between because Kulik's more, I don't want to say pop, but not anything metal like Take the Name, which is more metal. And this is like a combination of pop, rock, not so much metal, but there's some songs that's not released yet that have more of like an upbeat rhythm to it.
Yeah,
So it's like a combination, I think, in my eyes, of both projects.
I think so. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's kind of cool that you have this the third outlet to kind of
Mhm.
uh I don't know, I guess fulfill that itch, I guess you could say. Scratch that itch or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's going good so far.
But I mean, were you just bored and you said I need to do another project and I need to like write
Uh,
pop punk music or how'd that happen?
it's just something that I've always wanted to do. Even before Kulik, I always like writing pop punk. That's my go-to genre. It still is today. So it was just a matter of finally happening, I guess.
It
So
I was just gonna say we need to hook you up with Joe Caviston with the emo nights, but I feel like that's like you have a show with them coming up.
yeah, we just booked that this week. So July 8th in Harrisburg, we're doing the emo night.
Yeah.
So that's gonna
Well,
be really fun.
what he's done with that has been insane. Um,
Yeah, it's like a whole tour, right?
yeah, like he's like doing this musician thing. Like he's on stages, like
Yeah.
rocking crowds, like with the microphone in hand, dancing, doing this thing, whatever. And no, Caviston, no offense, but no musical talent.
I know the pictures look so awesome, and if you don't know him, you would think he's the lead singer of a band. So
Yeah, well, I
it's really
mean,
cool though. It's
he's
cool to
the
see.
lead. Yeah, he's the lead of that outfit. Him
Yeah,
and
he's
DJ
fun.
Hirsch. But
And I'm excited to just attend it in general because I haven't been to one of his yet. So
I haven't either. I don't know how that's possible. Before it was because he never had them around here, but he's had several in the Wilkes-Barre Scranton area. The V
yeah,
Spot, the Woodlands. So it's just it's just a lack of time and
I think he said there's one. It's not the V spot. Is there something Jazz Street?
the
Jazz?
Jazz Cafe, River Street
Yeah,
Jazz
that's it.
Cafe.
I think they're going to the Jazz Cafe.
That would make sense. I think he's been there before too. Yeah, he's been a few places around here, and I don't know what's happened, but I'm
Mhm.
also like that old guy now too. Like I love emo music. I love the pop punk. I love all that. But like
Well,
it's weird. I mean, I'm
yeah,
I'm the old guy in the corner. I was just in Boston this last March here a few months ago. And I've been going to Boston for St. Patty's Day weekend for since 2007. I maybe have missed like a couple years here and there, and then I missed a couple years during COVID, but we got into some bars, and my friends and I were all, they're 39, I'm 40, and we just got in there, and we're like, I think like we might be done. Like with
Time
the
to hang
old,
it up.
with the old men. Like I felt like real strange about being there, seeing these young 21, 22-year old
Yeah,
individuals, and especially the girls. Like, it's middle of March and they're wearing nothing. And I mean, I have a daughter now, and it's just like
it's
it's
a
weird.
different thing. I mean, I don't even go out much anymore, but when I do, I'm already starting to feel like that too. All the fresh young people out there, and I'm just like, I just want to sit in a corner and sip on my beer.
Yeah.
But I still try to get out.
What's the audience like for Pine Creek Academy?
Um, well, it's still very new, so we've only done one show so far, but
Okay.
kind of like the emo crowd, which is kind of what I want to gear it towards, like the scene slash emo fans, because they're great fans. They really are.
They're passionate, they're emotional.
Yeah, they just love music.
Yeah, sweet.
So that's the plan. That's the target audience.
Is there a reason why you only had like one show so far?
Um, just basically because we've just gotten enough songs ready to be able to play a show. Because we
Okay.
only have three out right now. We have a couple more in the back burner, so most of our show is playing the unreleased music. Because I mean that's just all we have out. Is
Right.
just songs. But,
Yeah, you have Echo was your newest one, and then you have Rockstar and Mosh Pit.
yep. Those are
Three
three.
singles on the streaming services. Go check them out. Great songs. Um, how many do you have recorded so far? Like after that?
So finished and mastered, ready to go. We've got four, and then we have like 20 ideas that are demoed out. So we have a catalog. It's just we got to take the time, get the masters, finish the mixing, all the music stuff behind that. So it's coming
Are
along.
are you doing an album release, or are you just gonna keep pumping out singles?
We're releasing an EP June 30th. So what's that? 2 weeks now?
Oh wow. Okay.
But really, it's really only two new songs because
Okay.
it's gonna have Echo, Mosh Pit, and Rockstar on there, so it'll be two new ones. But yeah,
But that's like par
that's
for
how
the
you
course.
do it
That's what we do now.
nowadays. Yeah,
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I feel like, and if I'm aging you by, however many years, I apologize, but I think you're around my age, maybe a few years younger. Um, but with that being said, you grew up with, CDs and things like
yeah.
that, and we're in
I
a digital age now, you know?
I hate it. I hate that digital crap, but
Yeah.
it's just the game you gotta play now. Unfortunately,
Do you think it'll ever come back around? Like, I mean, records came back, right? But
to an extent, yeah. And vinyl, that's still trendy. I love vinyls, so I'm glad that's a thing still. But
why do you love vinyl? What about vinyl do you like?
I just like having it. Like that's half of it. But no, I have a little Crosby. It's not like a actual real record player, but it's the little tabletop ones.
Sure,
So I have a little collection, and I like to play them once in a while. It just sounds different. It's like I don't know, just a vintage sound.
I guess.
I don't know. I
I
love
mean,
mine.
I'd be lying. I mean, I have a record player. I think probably one of the same ones that you have.
Yeah,
Nothing crazy. I got it because everyone was doing it, and I have like, maybe 10 records. I bought like,
that's about what I have, something like
yeah, I
that.
bought a few that of like my favorite artists just to have them because, whatever. But
It's like a hot tub. You got one, you get in it once, and then it just sits there. You have it. You have it.
you pay for the to be heated that you don't use. I have a hot tub, and
Use it.
well, I bought this house almost 3 years ago, and I've literally have only used it one time.
That's what happens. As soon as you have it, it's just I don't
I,
know. I
I
don't
mean,
know what it is.
I was never. I mean, it came with the house, so it wasn't like I went out and bought it and like,
Right. So you
it's
already
just sitting there. I'm not. I don't know if I'm a hot tub guy.
yeah, I can only take it for so much. It's
I
just
just
not
like. I
you're not
don't know.
supposed to be in it for a long time. So
No, I remember the time I was in it. I loved it. Like the way it's set up. Like I was sitting in it, and like you could see like the sky, and it was really beautiful. But
yeah.
that was like the first and last time I used it. So that was probably end of 2020 or beginning of 2021. And my wife and I were trying to have a second baby, and she's like, "Yo, no hot tubs, like not okay." I'm like, "Damn it, I really enjoyed it," but then I just never. We had our second child, and a year and a half after, she said I couldn't use it,
Yeah.
and still haven't got in it yet.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
more of
know.
a pool person, I guess. But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just whatever, whatever. How do we get on hot tubs? I don't even know. Oh, records. Yeah, we went from records to hot tubs. With that being said, are you gonna like release any? Are you just gonna keep it all streaming, or you have plans to release some vinyl?
So we're gonna promo the album for a little bit, keep that rocking, and then it's kind of up in the air. We're not quite sure yet. I think we're gonna just sit on some singles, space them out over like 8, 10 weeks, what you're supposed to do. And as far as an album, I'm not sure because I don't know. They say it's a waste to do that nowadays.
Yeah.
Sucks, but
Can we change the? You said like 8 to 10 weeks. Can we change that? Can we mix this up a little bit? I'm sick of that shit too.
right. Yep,
It's like the
six to eight,
standard.
and yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think.
like it. I mean, like it's weird. I like it in that like I get new stuff from my favorite artists, more often.
Mhm.
But it just seems like it gets lost.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all about the algorithm and this, that, and the other things.
Yeah.
Trying to get pre-saves and all this. It's nonstop.
So does the pre-save helps you um get added to playlists or is
That's
it
what
like
they say. I don't, how true that is, I don't know. But the more pre-saves you get, the algorithm picks up on that, and then all those people get like a notification that day that the song's out. So in theory, if you got 100 pre-saves, you might have 100 people at once listening
listening?
to it,
Yeah.
and then that'll trip an algorithm, and it's just all about trying to rack up those early numbers. It's a game more than anything. I don't like games.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to a guy I work with, and we're just saying how like guys in bands and girls in bands, like it's so much of a business now. It's
Mhm.
you hear stories about rock stars like getting drunk and doing stupid shit. Like, and he said to me, he's like, "When did that stop?" I said, or he's like, "Why did it stop?" And I said, "Because of these things,
The internet, phones, yeah.
yeah, phones and the internet. Like, you guys can't fuck off and like just have a good time and make bad decisions because it's not going to be the 100 people at the show or however many people it might be. It's going to be that and then the entire internet.
Yeah, we'll be on the wrong side of TikTok.
Bullshit. It's not fun.
No. I
This
mean,
is
they do
not what I.
say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but these days, I don't know if that holds true.
That is true. I mean, you have what is it, Matt Healy from the 1975? He's out there doing some weird shit.
I've seen some questionable things about him, which is sad because that's like one of my biggest inspirations for this project.
Oh,
So,
really?
oh yeah,
I love
1975.
that band.
I'm trying to blend 1975 with pop punk. Like that's what I want.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I don't know any of the negative stuff. I've just seen some weird shit, and let's not. I don't want to like get into that. Don't
yeah,
ruin
it's
it for
it's
me.
some it's like political stuff that I've seen. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
But he does some like weird shit out there. Like he's like I remember even like primetime COVID, he's out there like fucking putting his fans like fingers in his mouth and shit like that and making out with
yeah,
girls in the crowd. It's like that's
he's definitely
awesome.
a strange dude, which nothing wrong with
But that's
that.
cool. I mean
Yeah,
that's like I respect that to a degree. Like I mean as long as he's not out there like hurting people, and I mean I don't think that's hurting people.
no,
I
I
mean if
mean,
the girls don't want him to do that and he's doing it, okay, let's talk. But
right. I haven't seen anything like that yet.
I
So
haven't either. Knock on wood. And he
I
just,
think was it
dated.
Taylor took him out or something like that, or they
Yeah.
had.
Well, no, they were dating for like a month.
Oh, they were dating. Oh wow.
Yeah, it didn't last too long, from what I understand. I didn't think
But
it would.
it seems like a very mismatch, if you ask me.
Well, I feel like he would kind of like not bring her down, but she's very polished, I guess you could say. She's
Yeah,
very
the levels are very off.
They are, but like she also has like this what do you call it to maintain this
An image to
an
maintain
image, yeah.
for production is just so much, like you said, more polished. It's a
Yeah.
different thing. So
Well, I mean, I'm a huge T Swift fan, and I'm a huge 1975 fan. So when they got together, I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this.
yeah.
But I was like, this is not going to last. This is like, this
Well,
is classic. I just broke up with my boyfriend for so many years. I'm going to date this, badass like troublemaker for
yeah,
a month and get it out of my system before I get back out there and trying to find real love. And that's so far, that's what's it's shaping up to be. But
yeah.
I
Well,
got a
that's
lot of getting a lot of respect for her because I remember seeing her at just recent shows. Three hour long performances, which I think is too long. That's my
that,
opinion.
that's incredibly long. Yeah,
But she was also like doing it in the rain, like not just like a little drizzle, like
I've seen videos of that.
downpour.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
well,
sweet.
that was really the rain. I see the way some of the TikToks were. It looked like it may have been like the set, but that was actually just rain.
Oh, maybe. I
I,
mean,
I don't know. I don't know.
maybe you're right. Maybe it was all fabricated.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, that's good. That's a
What?
good observation because you
There's
can't
another
trust.
band that did that once. Is it the Goo Goo Dolls? I
Oh
think I saw
yeah,
a video. They were playing like Iris in the rain. It was just
yes, but that
pouring
was
all.
legit rain.
Yeah, that was a storm for sure.
Yeah, that
That's what
was
it reminded me of.
badass. Yeah, for sure. Now they cancel shows before it even starts raining.
Right?
You gotta be cautious and you gotta make sure you don't offend people or make people get wet. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta tiptoe around things. That's for sure.
Yeah, but talking about TikTok. Are you TikTok famous yet? I think I asked you
Yeah.
this like 2 years ago.
No, I'm figuring it out, and then once they start doing good, it's just shuts the door on you. I don't know. I still haven't figured it out.
Are you still active on there?
Yeah, I
I
got
don't,
one for Pine Creek already. We're close to 2,000 followers, so it's a decent start.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I can't figure it out. I don't really try that hard, and I think yours are funny. Um, I'm just not a funny person. I don't know how to utilize it because I think there's a lot of production involved, right? A lot of thought.
In the beginning, yes, but now it's almost like the less effort you put in. I'm seeing a lot of like bad quality Nokia phone videos popping off. So I just now I'm lost. I don't get it. There's no formula. It's up for grabs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always changing. I mean,
Yeah.
they tell you that you shouldn't even be using it because it's Chinese spyware.
Yeah, and then there's that whole thing.
I wonder how true that is. I mean, I would imagine it's not a lie.
Yeah, to some extent, I'm sure it's I don't know.
I know Rogan actually read the terms and conditions of what you sign up for, and it sounds terrifying.
Yeah, because I'm sure nobody read that.
No one reads that. Who
No.
we're literally like we're giving. I mean, we us as people, we are like the most valuable commodity, and we're just giving the shit away.
Yeah.
We're just giving it away. We don't even care.
Except
Oh yeah, except
that quick.
I don't care. Just take all my data.
Yeah.
Feed me ads that of things I like. Which I mean, I like that too. Like I don't want to be served ads and shit for things I don't like, right?
Yeah. It's
But
dangerous
also,
though, because
it is
I've been buying
dangerous.
some. I just bought a cooler for no reason, just because it had a retro look to it, like the '90s. They brought the '90s igloo coolers back.
Igloo, right?
I
Yeah.
bought one. I didn't need it, but I got it today.
How many coolers do you have right now?
Only three.
But that's three too many.
No, yeah, it is. It isn't.
I have one, two, three, probably five. I have a massive one
Yeah, the
for
big
if
one.
I'm having a big party, which I haven't. I had one party. I bought that in 2018.
Yeah,
So I had one big party where I used that 5 years ago, and then I have like um 45 gallon, I think it is, or whatever. And then I have a small igloo one that I got last year because I got an ad served to me after I bought like a drinking vessel. Um, I have a Yeti that I got for Father's Day one year, and then it's like a soft cooler. It's my only soft
Yeah.
cooler. And then like one other random one somewhere. I don't need all those coolers.
No, never. Well, you'll probably still get another one.
No, not allowed. Not allowed. I've banned myself from getting more coolers.
That's all
But
right.
yeah, you're right though, because I keep getting I'm on the text messages for Igloo. They're
Yeah.
constantly texting me, advertising to me. What's the most recent one here? I don't even know. It's gonna make me a liar.
You gotta look at the retro ones. They're pretty cool.
I saw them. I saw them. I was like, nope, can't do it.
Don't need it. Don't want
Don't
it.
need. Well, the one I bought last year came in. I use it a lot. Well, actually, my wife used it. When she was breastfeeding, she would like on trips, she would be able to store the milk in the cooler, which was perfect. So I feel
Yeah.
good about that purchase because it was more than just for me and my beer. I got one on Sunday. I got an Igloo text on Sunday. It was my very last chance to buy, or well, this is texting me, but it says very last chance to buy Dad a cooler and get a free Coolmate can cooler.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
You actually get the texts?
I get the text. I sign up.
I always
Let's.
opt out for that. I get the
That's how.
emails, so
Yeah, that's how they get you because they're like, oh, we'll sign up the email, get 10% off, and then you can see another additional $5 if you sign up for text messages.
I do
You know
that
what?
for things I really want sometimes, but
Here we go. You know what? I'm gonna cancel that right now.
you
Cancel.
just stop. That's what I always
Let's
text.
stop. Yeah, stop. Let's try stop. Can't get me Igloo. I am unsubscribed. Thank you, Keith, for assisting me in
Any way I can help.
my avoidance of buying stuff I don't need. But that's the world we live in, man. Amazon is killing it.
Oh yeah. I'm
Crazy.
always on Amazon looking at things I don't need.
That's so much shit.
It's just so
It's so
easy.
much. It's yeah. And it
And
comes
you
so
got
fast.
Prime, like you get it so fast. So
There's times where it's like, oh, you'll get it in 3 days and it'll show up the next day. I'm like, how did it get here so fast? I ordered
yeah,
this yesterday at 3 p.m. and it is here at my house today,
it's
less than
crazy.
24 hours.
Imagine if that all just went away. Oh, the world would be a mess.
Would it though? Would it?
Not literally, but for people and to have that taken away, they'd probably, riot for a little bit.
There's times where I wish it would all collapse.
Yeah, everything, especially the internet.
But yeah, the
That'd be a
internet,
big one to go, but eventually I think it would be for the best.
yeah, the internet's scary. Like I just actually released an episode. It's a Father's Day episode. This today is June. What is going on with my freaking watch here? June. What's the date today, man? June 15th.
15th, yeah.
So we're recording this June 15th. I released a Father's Day episode because Father's Day is in a couple days. We talked a lot about like navigating social media and the internet with our children because growing up, I mean, I had no internet for the first 16 years of my life, and then I've had internet ever since.
Hmm.
But I always say like I by the time I got it, and even when it first started or when I first had it, it was still very. I used it for AOL chats, and I think I got my first email in college. That's all I used it for. It wasn't until like Facebook came out that I really used it for anything outside of emailing and
Yeah.
shit like that. But like now it's
I guess it'd be MySpace before that, right?
yes, you're right. MySpace. Well, so actually I heard of Facebook before MySpace. I was actually on spring break,
Oh, really?
2005, right?
It still exists? Well, it's been so long, I don't even remember.
It did well, so it was March of '05. I was on spring break and it was like everyone's spring break around that time. So we met up with a bunch of different people from different areas, like Jersey and shit like that, by accident, just the same resort. And they were like, "Oh, are you on Facebook?" And I'm like, "What the hell is that?" They're like, "Oh, it's this thing where you can like connect with people, but at the time you had to have a college email address.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of just like strictly for people in
college
college.
students. Yeah.
So that was '05. And then I got into MySpace like maybe a few months later because that was like more of a uh worldwide thing. You didn't have to have a college email to get on that. And that was like mid to late '05. And then I think Facebook kind of picked up and took over like around '09 or so.
Mhm. Sounds about right.
So, but yeah, so it's like, my kids will always like they'll never not know what the internet is. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
I don't know either. And it's like how do you navigate it?
yeah. Yeah, it's a mess. I
I
can
don't
only
know.
imagine how it would even advance from where it's at now. Like it's going to somehow, but like
It
what's
has
the
to.
next thing?
What
What's
is
the
the next
next
thing?
thing?
Well,
Like
I'll tell you what the next thing is. It's that Apple just came out with those new goggles.
all the VR stuff.
Yeah, I mean, all that's promoting is like isolation, in my
Mhm.
opinion. And I might be an old man talking right now, but I feel like that's just promoting like isolation, like don't leave your house, don't interact with anyone on a face-to-face level.
Yeah, it's messed. I don't know if you ever watched the series Black Mirror before
Oh yeah,
on
love that.
Netflix. They have some concepts that kind of goes on that. It's pretty
Isn't
cool.
isn't the new season out now?
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's out yet. I forget what the date was, but there
It
is a
was
new one,
definitely June.
June
It was
something. Yeah,
yeah.
I was more concerned about Always Sunny. That's
Oh,
my
dude.
show. That's new right now too.
Yeah, it's so good. It's on tonight, right?
Thursdays, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that was so I watched the first two. Um I don't know if it was the first or second episode, but when they found that second room in Charlie and Frank's
Ah, the toilet.
apartment. Well,
You had
the toilet and then the second
you
room.
had a bath. Yeah, the bedroom.
And Frank was like, Charlie, what the fuck is this? I was dying.
Someone knocks on the door. He's like, "Now I have to walk a mile to the door."
Yeah, oh my God. So good. And then um, Mac eating the peanuts and like progressively getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
show
God.
gold.
It's funny, like a buddy of mine at work, he watched the first two episodes and I was like, oh, how is it? 'Cause I was behind. And he's like, it's all right. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, the problem I think is he listens to all the podcasts as
Their
well.
podcast?
Their podcasts, yeah.
Yeah, I listened to one of them, but
So he like listens to them as like normal people, and obviously they're very successful, right?
yeah,
So
that's
he has this new image of them. So it's hard for him to know them as real people by listening to their podcast and knowing that they're so successful, and then seeing them be scumbag losers on It's Always Sunny.
yeah, I can relate to that because it's the total opposite for me. I had a hard time watching or listening to the podcast because I'm so used to seeing them like on the set.
Yeah.
So it was really strange like hearing them and seeing them in that sense.
Yeah, I won't listen to the podcast. I want to, but I won't. I don't want to. I
Yeah,
don't want.
I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I've only listened to one, that was it.
Yeah, I'm not going to taint the greatness that is It's Always Sunny.
Dennis is the one that's the weirdest for me for some reason. Like just hearing him normal.
Really?
I don't know why. I don't know why. Well, because everyone knows Danny DeVito like
Right.
before It's Always Sunny. And Charlie, I kind of knew him before it too. But Dennis, like I've known Dennis just from It's Always Sunny. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a what a great show. I think I found that show in 2007. I want to say. I'm
Hmm?
not sure when it started, but I was watching shows online at that point. Um, so I guess that's since the internet rules.
I think that's
Um,
around when I was watching it. Sounds about right. Like oh 07, oh 08.
yeah, I found it by accident. I think too. I'm like, holy, this is amazing. And
Yeah,
it's
that
hard to
was
believe that they've been doing it this long.
yeah, because back then, I mean, you still had the Chappelle show was still alive and stuff like that. And to think that they're still going at it.
Yeah, I mean, It's Always Sunny. South Park, I think, is still going, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's I think I don't know which one has more. I think it might be South Park,
I think
but
so too. Yeah, but yeah, it's
they'll never be canceled. That'll just forever go.
I mean, to be that quick on stuff, like, I mean, I wish I had like a fraction of their brains.
Yeah, they're on
I'd probably have a good TikTok account if I had their brains,
it.
but I
Good
don't know.
stuff.
My kid lost his first tooth today.
Oh, nice. Did it fall
Uh,
out or did you do the old slam the door?
so I'm gonna use you just as a therapy session for a minute, and I apologize.
Sure.
Um, so it was hanging on by a thread. It was like it should be vertical. This was like pointing straight out at this point. So this morning I'm like, dude, like let me just try and twist it a little bit, like because God forbid, like you're eating lunch or whatever at school
Swallow it or
and you
something.
swallow it. I'm like, tooth fairy won't come, dude. Like,
Yeah.
so I tried and I felt it turn a little bit. And it was kind of gross. And he's like, "Oh, it hurts." I'm like, "Okay, all right. I won't push you. I won't push you. I won't push you." So I got a picture today. My wife and I got a picture from school, and it's him with no tooth. And it's I'm not okay, man. I'm not doing okay.
Oh no.
And that's like, well, for me, I before it happened, I was like, "Oh, he'll lose his first tooth, like no big deal."
Huh?
And then when it got loose and it was like, kind of like getting real bad, it kind of hit me. I'm like, he will never have that like baby teeth smile, that full smile ever again. He's
Yeah.
always gonna have like these holes in his mouth, right?
Yep.
And then he'll get these new teeth that'll be all big and goofy. They'll be too
Yep.
big for his mouth. They'll be too big for his face. And like you had those years that you're just like a weird, goofy looking kid.
Yeah. And that's
That's like him now. That's gonna be him.
for a while. That's gonna be for a while.
I'm just not doing okay. Like it's just like this moment of like my kid like getting older, and it's like
Yep.
it's gone. Like those years are gone.
How old is he?
He's 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So at least I had my daughter to kind of enjoy those times with again because she's only 11 months. But
Oh yeah. Mine's 13 months now.
I thought you had a kid.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's going fast. Like I can't believe it. She's running around and yeah, it happened. A year just flew right by.
So is this your second Father's Day or is this going to be your first one? Based
Second
on the second. Okay. Yeah, based on. But at the first one, they were like, she was probably, is it a boy or girl?
girl.
Girl. So she was like, what, like weeks old?
Yeah, she was April, so 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be cool though. Like
Hmm.
13 months, a little over a year. Yeah. Nothing better, man. I mean,
No, yeah, nothing can. It's a
yeah.
feeling that you don't get until you're actually there doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, how did you navigate being a musician, like, like
Um,
having to, play shows or I mean, have you had a lot of shows since she's been born or
Not really. Enough to make it trying, but not really on the road or anything like that.
right.
We had the last big Kulick run. What was it? I don't even know. It was the end of 2021. So she was just pregnant at that time. But
Okay.
since then we didn't have any like extended runs, just one-off shows. Which for that it's not really that big.
Yeah. And he just moved to Nashville.
Yeah, so I mean I gotta catch up with him. We didn't really talk in that sense, but I don't know if that's it for us or not. For me and Nick, because Nick in this band was also playing bass for Kulick and Take the Name. So me and Nick are both involved in all three.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know because the whole one-off thing obviously wouldn't make sense because I'm not gonna fly to Nashville for one show.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to still do tours. If he gets a big tour or something,
Yeah.
gladly still, do that.
I love Jacob. Um,
Yeah, awesome
I
dude.
think
Great writer.
he's super hard on himself. He has this I don't know, perception or this thought in his head that he should be doing more than he's done. And
Yeah, I feel like
he's like 30 years old, right? And it's like, I'm like, dude, you're so young.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's not like it was before. I would say, a decade or two ago, it's oh, you got to be 16, 18. Once you're 25, your time's up. I think that's changed drastically over the years. I'm seeing bands blow up and the guys are like, maybe 40, 41, and like they're just getting big. So that's motivation for me.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, if you had a genie, I mean, what where it how do I say this? Like you can't have all three blow up at the same time because how would you tour and shit like that? Like
Mhm.
do you not care which one kind of took off or like
I would be happy with anyone. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Is there any group that's um personality wise kind of meshes better than others or no?
Um, no, I think we're all pretty much like the same circle because even our members in Pine Creek Academy are familiar with, the guys and Take the Name. So it's all just one big group of friends, basically. The only reason I would say it'd be less stressful for Pine Creek to take off is because I'm getting beat up being a drummer with these shows. The drumming thing is, I don't know. I'm not giving it up yet, but it's a lot more work than just being the singer physically.
Oh, are you the singer in Pine Creek?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're the lead. Okay. I don't. I feel like I heard that in your voice, in the voice of that band, but I wasn't sure.
Mhm.
Do you have videos out for that band?
For Pine Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 3 music
Ah,
videos.
man, I must not have watched them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all on YouTube and
I'm
stuff.
slacking. So that's cool then. So that's all right. What's that like, being the front man of that band compared to being the drummer of the other two, besides what you just said, the
So
less body
the the
torture.
anxiety is much higher as a lead singer, trying to win a crowd over and, do be the front man of the band. But just drumming, I just hate being with the click. Like I'm always drumming and I'm just like trying to listen to the click and not, I don't want to get off time. And if I do something wrong, the whole thing's thrown off. It's my fault. So I think there's more pressure to be a drummer,
Okay.
but more anxiety to be the singer.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. And just lugging all the drums in, setting them up, getting them on stage, and then ripping them all down,
Yeah.
packing them all up. While the singer just
Is
microphone.
that is
Okay.
that meme true? Yeah, is the singer just
It's
shows up?
it's somewhat true. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to like remember that when we play shows, I'll be like helping the drummer, like, oh, let me get that for you. So I will always remember that.
Yeah.
How
Well, how
it's
did Pine Creek kind of come to fruition? Like, I know we talked earlier about that, but like, um, why, that music we talked about, but like you want now you're the lead singer.
yep.
Um, how did that all like come to be?
So I've always had songs on the back burner that I had written for years. And then one day I met this guy named Ant Moss. He's a singer of I Am King. I don't know if you've heard of that band.
The name before, yeah.
And I just sent him a couple of my songs because I'm not good at producing or recording. Like I can write songs, but I'm not good at that end of it. And I sent him a few, and then he sent them back, and I was like, "Holy crap! Like this is really good." And then we finished a few, and then I was talking to Nick one day, pitched him my idea, like, "Yeah, you want to start this other band? I have this idea, this pop punk idea." And he was all for it, and we kind of just got the ball rolling this year. Well, actually, the end of last year, and just decided to hit the ground running with it. So
Let it rip.
it's something that's been, in production for me since about 2016, 17. And fast forward all the way to now, it's finally happening. So
Yeah,
it's cool.
that's great. Now, I mean, do you have other talents? You're a drummer, now you're a singer in this band. Like, have you always been this most multifaceted like musician?
Yeah, so drums, that was my number one instrument. And then I'd say when I was 16, I started playing guitar. and got pretty good at that. And then I was writing songs, singing, but never really did anything on that side of things. I was always just the drummer. So this is like the first time I'm being a lead man.
Do you get different attention as the lead the lead singer as opposed to being a drummer?
Yeah, a little bit. But that's what I don't care about because
No, I know, I know.
I'm a lot more introverted than I am extroverted. So
Sure. No, I get it. I was just wondering because that's, obviously like they always
dude, I mean the drummer, I'm in the dark half the time.
so they make fun of drummers like these big
Yeah.
behind he's the one hidden in the background and then the
Yep. Might
obviously
as
the
well be in the
singers.
basement. Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Like I mean what got you into music? I mean, was that part of your upbringing or is that just something you kind of fell
Yeah, when
into?
I was young, my dad was always in cover bands. So every Thursday night they had band practice and I'd be upstairs like jamming out and yelling song requests down to them and stuff like that. So yeah, I started young.
How young?
Well, me getting into it, like ever since I was a baby, because they always had band practice and I caught on to that quickly. My first drum lessons, I think I was maybe 13 or 14 when I got into drums. And then that's when it just all started.
Now, why drums? Like, why did you gravitate towards that, not guitar at that
That's
age?
just what I focused on mostly when I was watching them play. I just
Yeah.
always loved drums.
Okay.
So
That's easy.
still my favorite. I love drumming. It's just a
Yeah.
lot of work when you're touring and stuff.
You probably stay so fit.
You do, yeah, that's for sure.
So fit. I'm so fat.
But I'm already
Wait.
at the age, I'm like, ah, my wrist is kind of hurt. Oh, my shoulder. So there's that side of
Yeah.
it too, but still kicking.
That's cool. I always wanted to, well, no, I shouldn't say this. My mom wanted me to take lessons as a kid.
Mhm.
And I think it's how she presented it though. Like she wanted me to take banjo lessons.
Oh, okay.
And as a kid, I mean, even if she said guitar, I probably would have said no. But like banjo, like I'm like, that's even like no, there's no way. There's no way. And I wish looking back, I wish she would have made me. Because I love music so much and I have zero talent whatsoever. And yeah, just one of those things. Like I wish I could go back in time and just kind of like take advantage of that opportunity. Um,
Never
but I
too
mean,
late.
nah, I always say that there's, dude, it's way too late. I have the reason I'm so fat is because it's I mean, you have a kid and
Oh
you're
yeah.
in three bands and like it's just like if you say you don't have time, it's an excuse, right? If you don't have time to learn guitar, it's an excuse. If you don't have time to work out, it's an excuse. But like for me, yeah, I mean, could I be working out? Could I wake up early in the morning and work out? Yes, but I'm exhausted because my daughter still doesn't sleep entirely through the night.
Mhm.
Could I work out when I got home from work? Yes, but when I get home from work, we do dinner as a family together. We do, like playtime as a family after that. Then we put our daughter down. My son hangs out for a little longer. We hang out with him. He goes to bed. But, we do books before bed. We all do all that stuff. I mean, when that's all said and done, it's like 8:30. Could I then go work out? Yes. But I've also worked all day. And believe it or not, I love like sitting down with my wife, whether we're watching TV or if we're just talking about our day at work or if we're talking about our children and their future or the parents that we want to be and all these other things. Like I genuinely love doing that with her.
Mhm.
So that's like, where do you find the time?
Yeah, that beats running for 3 miles.
Yes, it
So
it does. It just like I don't know. Could you find the time? Yes, people do it. People have families, people have kids, people have wives. It's not unheard of. Could I figure it out? Should I figure it out? Can I figure it out? Yes, but I don't know, man. It's just like it's tough.
yeah, the motivation to fit that in is definitely a lot harder. It's
So
possible, but it's tough, like you said.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're in three bands, you get it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I almost gave up on all that. I don't really lift at all anymore, but I still get my runs in. That's about it. That's all I got left.
I think I'm at an age now, my weight running would probably hurt my knees a lot.
Yeah,
I did.
it's probably not good.
Yeah.
Cycling would be good.
Yeah. I have a bike here in the basement.
See?
I'm looking at it right now. No reason I can't get on it, but I don't.
Got clothes hanging on it.
No clothes. No clothes. If it was upstairs in a bedroom, yes, there would be clothes on it. But yeah, I mean life's you get busy. It's I don't know. I don't know. But I need to. I mean, I look at my kids and I'm like, I want to be around for a long time. It's
Mm,
I started walking at work, which has been better than not, I guess.
yeah.
I was
They say
joking,
that's
say,
just as good as running, really.
yeah, I mean,
You
I've been
walk.
trying to get like my 10,000 steps a day in. Hasn't been like some weeks are better than others, but it's like today I have like a little over half that. That's terrible. It's terrible. Yesterday was worse.
And all be good days.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. What are you gonna do? So what's in store for Pine Creek this year? I know you said you have the EP coming out June 30th, which will include two new songs in addition to the three that you have out now, which is Echo.
Then
Uh,
a music video drops the same day for
and what's
one of the
that?
songs.
What song's that for?
Rewind, which is one of the new ones.
New ones?
And then it is a music video, but it's just like a live performance video from our first show. So it's kind of cool. It's a switch up.
As far as making these videos for these songs, is that just something that you guys like to do, or is that something that is important to do because it adds content and things like that?
A little bit of both. I have a lot of fun doing the videos, but it's mainly for the content because
Yeah.
then you can splice them all up and repeat them for TikToks and Reels and all that good stuff.
And that's I guess that's all you guys doing that on your own, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gotta be like draining.
Yeah, it's exhausting and trying to figure out because the trick of it is being consistent too. So
Hmm.
I'm always running out of ideas and I gotta post a TikTok, I gotta post the reel because you don't want to have a gap because then the algorithm dies down and they push your content less and less.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
I just started doing reels for this and
Mm,
you know, I'll do screen recordings and I'll edit them. I use Canva to put them all together. And I'll tell you what, man, like most of these episodes are around an hour.
Yeah,
But the thought of having to go through them and watch them again to find
like a
parts
minute.
that parts that make sense or whatever it might
Yeah,
be, I'm like, the thought of it just makes me like not want to do it. Like it just, if I was smarter, and maybe I should be, I would have like, certain questions to ask that I know that I want to go back to and like I'd be like, hey Keith, what do you think
yeah.
about blah blah blah? And then you can answer and I can kind of go back and cut it up. But
Like
like,
almost make bullet points. So, okay, I'm gonna use this for TikTok.
yeah,
Like
I don't
script
I don't
it.
like to do that though. I don't want it to be scripted.
Yeah, that's not fun.
But yeah, so I can't imagine. I mean, this is such a low level. But so I can't imagine like having all this music and all this like pressure to really do it to get your music out there and all that kind of stuff because it's tiring.
Just with the internet, there's just so many bands doing the same thing, trying to do the same thing. Like, yeah, the competition is definitely a lot.
So how do you try and kind of cut through all the noise?
Haven't really figured that out yet. Yeah, that's the never-ending question.
I guess being consistent would probably be just like the best thing you can do.
Yeah, they have that, and they have certain apps and stuff that tell you what the trend is, but I don't really want our audience to be brought in for the trends, because then are they going to really stick around for your music? If you pull someone in on a trend, they're not going to care about your music. So
Yeah.
I'd rather do it more organically still, but I don't know.
Now, do you do a lot of that yourself, like you personally?
Yep, only because we're all spaced out. So like when we practice, we try to shoot a couple things to use like as the band and stuff, but social media wise, I'm the one that does it most. So it's usually just me doing stuff.
Okay.
Not enough time.
It's just, yeah.
It's down to.
It's tough, man. It's tough. What about the rest of the year? Any shows lined up outside? I think I saw at least two or three announced, but
Yeah, we
talk
have
about
the
some of the upcoming shows.
we got the emo night July 8th, and then we're actually going back there July 12th for I Set My Friends on Fire. So that'll
Why
be
did you
pretty.
do that?
Yeah, that just happened. That just
No,
happened.
don't do. Why did you do that?
And just the way
Dad,
it
dad joke. Dad joke.
worked. But after that, show wise, we don't have anything set up. We're just gonna keep finishing the songs, maybe do another single or two for the year, and I guess just try to book some more dates as far as shows go.
Are there areas you try and focus on, or
Um, I'm kind of prepared to just take whatever comes our way. Even if we get like a small run, that would be great. It's just going about doing that. I don't know how.
how do you do that now? Do you call venues up, and or I mean, have you thought about getting some kind of management involved where they can kind of
Yeah,
do that
that's
for you, or
management or booking agency is definitely something that's up on our list. I just don't know where to find those people. So that's the game plan for now, trying to establish that.
okay? Well,
Yep.
it sounds like you got a busy few months ahead of you.
Yeah, we're gonna
That's
keep
good.
at it for sure.
Cool. And then where can people find all your stuff? Let's start with Pine Creek Academy.
Yes, for that, it's just straight up Pine Creek Academy, and that's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. We don't really use Twitter, but
I don't
we're
either.
there. And what else? I miss anything? YouTube. It's all just Pine Creek Academy. No official or band or anything like that. Yeah.
And you got two other bands, Take the Name, which is a little heavier, and then Kulick.
Yep. So for
Uh,
Take the Name, most of that is Take the Name official. And I think Kulik is Kulik official. Pretty sure all his handles are that. So those two have the official afterwards.
and Take the Name was that involved a name change to get to that, right?
Yeah, we actually did two podcasts with you. We did one as Violet Nine right before we got sued or attempted to be sued. And then we did one as Take the Name.
Did we do one as Take
Sometime
the Name?
we did. I don't know. I think it was just me and Tyler, maybe. But I remember doing it. It was COVID. It was in the middle of COVID.
Man,
I'll have to see what episode it was, but I definitely know we did it. It was winter. I know it was cold outside.
what's funny, I think um, you've been probably one of my most appeared guests.
Yeah, back for no, well, well, I was never in a Kulik one, but
No, you weren't. No, but I
involved.
don't know that you were ever on Take the Name, dude.
Yeah, it has to be. Try 2021, the top of 2021 or 2020.
I remember because Violent Nine was like one of the first, like
That was in the beginning.
the very early stages of this podcast.
That's when it was all of us on the couch at the studio. I do remember that.
Yeah, I don't.
But I remember, I'm pretty sure we aired a music video for the Take the Name one. I think it was the Grenade video.
Maybe Violet Nine was episode 23.
So that was 20. Okay, so I
So
had to
that
be.
was February 25th of 2021.
I want to find it really quick. Oh, no. Yeah. 23 is Violet 9.
I don't remember doing because I remember I saw Tyler at the Steamtown and you, but specifically Tyler backstage was just last fall. And he talked about coming back on the show because we talked about, and I said to him, I'm like, yeah, well, we can definitely do that because like your band name is different than it was when you were on the first time. I don't think Take the Name was ever on here.
Yeah, I'm looking here. I think you might be right.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right, so
Oh, let's
this is
wait.
your second appearance
Yeah,
on the show,
wait, what was episode 23?
Violet 9, which is now Take the Name, right?
Oh, I think I know what happened. I think you might have put the wrong name in there. Hold on, let me see. No, because number one, yeah, I don't know
You're
why we did two of these.
no. Well, you can come back for a third time
Yeah,
under Take the Name.
yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, it's funny because you and Jacob were my first ever like interview that I've ever had ever. That was when you guys were in the studio when I had a show on a station called Alt 92.1.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
I'll never forget. I still had that. I sent it to Jacob last time when he was on, just because he wanted to reminisce. And it's funny, like I go back to that now, and I mean, it sounded much better because like we recorded it, but it was also like kind of edited for radio. So there were no awkward ums or uhs or whatever.
Yeah,
So it
splice it up.
sounded good in that sense. But yeah, so I was like, that was my first ever interview. And like I was like, it was such a weird and surreal experience for me because you guys were on RCA Records.
Yeah, that was a fun time. I miss those times. I think that was a radio tour we were on too. I
You
think,
were because you went to 979X.
yeah,
I think you talked to Duffy as well. Um,
we were like Minneapolis too. I think we flew from there and then did Scranton. And I think we actually were up in Syracuse on that run too. Forget. Yeah, those were good times. It feels
it,
so long ago already.
it was
Yeah, I guess
probably
technically it is.
5 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you were my first interview, and I was like shaking the whole entire time.
Well, we were too.
Yeah, but you guys, I couldn't tell. I mean, that was yeah, I was told, oh yeah, this these guys that are signed to RCA Records are gonna come in and you're gonna interview them. Like, oh, okay.
New to us too. Yeah, that was a different time for sure.
You and Kulick seem to, how do I say this? Really kind of like, I don't want to say bummed out, but like you guys I think started like up here. Like,
Yeah, that's what he always said. We started from the top and then, had to try to stay up there and it was kind of hard and kind of came back down to start from the beginning after COVID and everything. So
right.
it was a rare case for sure.
Yeah. I mean, how does that affect you mentally? Like, are you? 'Cause I mean, it's gotta be tough, right? Like, you start up here, like you're on RCA Records, like you have all this marketing behind you, and a lot of guys, like you said, like you grind it out, and hopefully you eventually get to that level. You guys started at that level and
Hard there.
kind of
Born
came
the
down.
country. Yeah. Yeah, that was really hard at first, but then over time kind of accepted it
Yeah,
and see what you have to do to get back to that point. So
that's
still
weird.
hopeful. Still very
Yeah,
hopeful.
man, you gotta keep pushing.
Plus,
I
still
mean,
got some connections and stuff through all that. So
well, I mean, you're part of great bands. I mean, all the music in all three outfits are just killer. I mean, I love what you guys have with Kulick. I love Pine Creek just because I have this I love the pop punk music. Love Take the Name too. It's all just so different. But it's all great. Like, I mean, end of the day, you have like three great opportunities too. Like to catch that lightning in a bottle again, almost.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to see what Jake's got cooking because he's I don't know if it's a full length or an EP, but he's recording right now down in Nashville. So he's got
That's
new
cool.
stuff coming too.
Cool. Well, that's good stuff, man.
All moving. I don't know where it's going, but it's moving.
Oh, I mean, that's all that matters, really. I mean, you
Yeah.
got a roof over your head. You got a beautiful little girl. As much as you'd like to have that record deal again and all that kind of stuff, like,
It's the end goal. Yeah.
yeah, but
You know what?
it's
They don't really supply as much as they used to. Like
yeah,
everyone thinks, oh, I'm gonna get signed, I'm gonna get this $200,000 check and all this stuff, and it's really not the case anymore. Like all they want you to do is blow up on TikTok and
sure,
Reel and all that kind of stuff, and they'll get you tours, but I don't think the advance is really the thing anymore.
yeah.
Be wrong because I have no idea, but just from what I've heard other people talking about, it's just not the way it used to be.
I'm sure it's definitely different. Maybe they'll all come back around.
I hope so. I want CDs to come back and touring to get better.
Rockstar antics. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Let's
shut the
go.
internet down and just get the old ways back in
Start
place.
printing flyers, hanging them on
Yeah,
telephone poles. Let's go.
I'm game for that.
Yeah, let's do it. That would be awesome. But, dude, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Yeah, thanks for having
Um,
me.
I'm looking forward to the new music on the is it June 30th?
June 30th. Yep.
June 30th, new EP, new music video, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Well, yeah. Are you going to be at the what's it called? The Steamtown thing this year?
I imagine so. I mean, hopefully, knock on wood, I'll be, a nominated participant. But if not, I would definitely want to be there to check out all the music. It's one of my favorite weekends of the year.
Yes. Really fun. I'm going to try to get this band and that. Probably this and Take the Name, I guess.
Yeah,
Again.
yeah, it was a great time last year. It's a great time every year. It's always cool to be there as a an award winner or at least nominated. But regardless, it's always good to be able to hang out with all you guys and just kind of shoot the shit and you know see it face to face too. Because like as cool as this is, and we wouldn't be able to do this face to face because we're I think a little further apart in distance. But
Yeah.
you know, it's a good weekend. I'm happy Cavison still puts that together, and the V Spot is a huge part of that. And I know Matt Kester did that fair last year. I think they're kind of partnering again with that. So it's turned into a nice little weekend. So
Yeah. Yeah, we enjoyed it. So,
yeah. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you there.
yep.
All right, buddy. Thanks for your time.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you.
See you later.